There are all kind of cars that I like. I like wide cars. I like narrow cars, heavy cars, light cars, wide cars, small cars. It's like a Dr. Seuss book up in here, all right? But there are very few cars nowadays that are constantly trying to kill me, and sometimes that's just not very fun. I need a car every once in a while that just makes every orifice in my body just tighten up, kind of like a watertight suit. And that's what we're doing today. I'm Alex at FI on Instagram, and today's episode of Behind the Wheel, we're taking a look at Jake's 700 horsepower BMW 1 Series, even though it happens to be about 40 degrees outside and we're on slick tires. So jumping into Jake's 135, he's got a Dock Gray single turbo kit with ball bearing 626 turbo, flashing cable, OTG, USB adapter, and he's got the MFAC X clutch 9-inch ceramic twin disc clutch, RTD 18-inch wheels, front 18x8 plus 45 with an 18x9.5 plus with the M3 1M front and rear control arm kit, Bimmer M3 1M, oh my gosh. Bimmer World style bumper, a Cybon M3 Starboard carbon fiber hood with a carbon battery. He's got the Mach Schnell battery enclosure, a ZHP, a Berger Motorsports cowl filters, and it's black. Let's drive it. It doesn't have a check engine light?
No.
It doesn't have a check.
I mean, it has one, but it's not on.
It doesn't have a check engine light. That is astonishing. Woo. We are living in luxury. Never have I ever been in a car that is pretty much stripped, ran as light as possible, has 750 horsepower, and still has an AC. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, we're gonna warm up. It's okay, friend. We're good, we're good. We're just gonna give it a minute, okay? We don't want it to be angry. Never have I been in a 750 horsepower car that's been caged, everything interior gutted, pretty much made into a track or drag car, and yet the power windows still work, and the side mirrors still go down when you put it in reverse. Here's the really interesting thing about this car. So when the 135 was initially released, it actually, whoa, we're good. When the 135 was actually initially released, it didn't receive a ton of positive press. People thought it looked weird, which by today's standards, I don't really think it does anymore. I think the 1 Series actually looks pretty similar to the M2, and people love the M2. I'm trying to let it warm up because I don't want it to be angry. The great news is even though the 135 wasn't essentially had the best, you know, let's say initial reception by the public, it didn't matter because the fact that this car was an entry-level BMW that came with the N54 motor, and at that time the world recognized that the N54 was a pretty good platform to modify on. An entry-level BMW with twin turbochargers, a 6-speed transmission, a shortened wheelbase. What more could you want? And that's essentially what happened with the 1 Series when it was essentially launched. It did a fantastic job at reaching the community that wanted to build them. So when we're taking a look at Jake's BMW 1 Series and we see it built the way that it is, it doesn't surprise me that much. One of the craziest things about this 1 Series and the N54 and the BMW platform and the community right now is there's so much aftermarket support. There is so much community around this motor specifically and this car generation as a whole. And sure, it doesn't have the best of love when it was initially came out. It doesn't need it. This car is almost the perfect example of just how much you can do to these cars and not lose that much. The biggest thing that you lose is maybe some hearing, but you didn't really need that anyway. I think Jake's BMW stands testament to the fact of not just BMW modifying it, but what you can do to a modified car and still keep almost everything. I mean, it's got power windows still. It still has the AC. It still has a radio. Like, what more could you want? Now, probably one of the negatives with a car like this is obviously when you build it so tall, you do lose a little bit of your daily drivability. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that it has a radio, and I also love the fact that it still has its air conditioning. It definitely helps it. But it doesn't change the fact that I can't really hear myself even think. Great news though, and an automatic additional point. This car doesn't have racing harnesses because it doesn't need them. You don't need racing harnesses. Brakes are good, the car feels fantastic. Really, the only thing about this car is the fact that it's just really damn loud, which, I mean, heel toe. There we go. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that at every stoplight. That's all I'm gonna say about it. The only other negative that comes with a car like this, especially as you start to build one yourself, is the platform. It's a bit finicky. There's a lot of people that will literally risk their lives to say that the N54 is a great platform and that people just don't understand it. And that's true. It is just like, to a lot of people, some of the more unconventional built motors. I mean, there's a lot of those out there. Not every car is going to perform like an LS in terms of reliability. But if you can get past that, the N54 is a fantastic platform to build upon. It just requires a little bit more love. It's like a European rotary. Jake's car doesn't really hesitate. It doesn't skip too much. It's a little crazy at the lower RPMs, but it's because it's not built to stay there. The car itself performs very well. It feels connected. Nothing about the car is shaking. There's nothing that makes me feel like there was a corner skipped. It's a monster for one very specific purpose. And it's to go fast in a straight line. And maybe, just maybe, a corner or two. Rating. The door cards are carbon fiber. I wonder how much weight we actually save there. Jake's car is pretty much like the perfect combination of maximum performance while still trying to maintain some sort of sensibility. It's like he's trying to wear a tux, but there's still zippers to turn them into shorts if you needed to. This car checks a lot of boxes. It crosses a lot of T's and it dots a lot of I's. The biggest thing with it though, it's loud as shit. and it's a fun car that will probably end up either throwing you into a wall or probably throwing you in jail if you keep it on the streets. For that reason, in terms of commodity, in terms of community, reliability, and performance, I give Jake's car a 28 out of 30, and just a couple 2 points short for the fact that I think I'm screaming right now because I can't hear myself think. It's a fantastic car on a pretty sick setup. Of course, you know, not everybody likes going with a 750 horsepower car, but I do, and it's fun, damn it. And this is my show, I'm gonna rate it what I want. If you're looking for aftermarket wheels, tires, and suspension, be sure to check us out over at fitmentindustries.com. In terms of the 1 Series though, it does do really good. It's like a predecessor to the M2, even though most people probably don't think it is. The N54 engine is pretty unreliable though, so if you're not Jake and you don't actually do all the research on the forums, you're pretty much setting yourself up to fail. And there's so many people that buy the N54s and then they just stay broken forever, and then they blame the motor. It's not the motor's fault that it failed, it's probably actually